Begin with a Fox News alert. Tonight, thousands of Central American migrants are bunking down right across the street from Texas. The caravan and border security, an issue that the president will be addressing tomorrow night. Let's bring in Democratic strategist Dave Brown and former DE agent in charge of Special Operations Division, Derek Maltz. Good to see you both, gentlemen.
Hey,
Ed. Derek, I want to start with you about what was happening with this fentanyl we saw that was seized at the border recently. There were some Democrats who are basically saying it's not such a big deal because it went through a port of entry and the wall wouldn't have stopped it anyway.
Well, first of all, it was a big deal because that could have killed 57 million people. That's
that
like
much drugs.
17% of the U.S. population, right? But the thing is, they got to realize that the port of entries need the resources, right? So if you have a wall, then the cars, the tractor trailers are going to go through into the port of entry, and you're going to have the Border Patrol agents, the CBP officers, you'll have the screening technology, the drug detection, so you'll be able to do a much better job at focusing on the threats and knowing who's coming into the country, as opposed to riding around the open land all night long on ATVs.
Matt Gaetz, a Republican congressman of Florida, here's what he said about whether to call it a wall or not.
It may be the, right reach for a thesaurus that saves us from a government shutdown or an emergency declaration. But ultimately, Neil, if we were a business in America or a nonprofit or a family, we'd be looking for a win-win out of this type of a conflict. Unfortunately, in Washington, both sides are so, hell-bent to see the other side lose that they don't necessarily help to find the win.
Derek, if we just call it a barrier instead of a wall, do you think that a deal can be had here?
It's embarrassing because if you listen to the experts that work on the border, they say that walls work. We got to stop listening to the people in Washington that many of them haven't even been to the border. So let's listen to the experts, let's get the wall, and let's keep Americans safe.